Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. In pursuit of a stolen magical object, Stormwood and Associates Field Team 623 stepped into a tear between realities and vanished. They found themselves trapped in another plane, facing a reality that was not their own, and driven to avoid dark forces they don't understand. And so, Team 623 finds themselves leaping from world to world, striving to put right what they find wrong, and hoping each time that their next jump will be the jump home. Stormwood and Associates stars Celeste Startwin as Dee, Jen Proc as Obi, Trey Dorn as Amy, and Kyle Johnson as Liz Stormwood. Previously on Stormwood and Associates. So our heroes have landed in a universe where everyone seems deeply suspicious of them, right? It's this beautiful green park-like place. There's, kind of almost a solar punk aesthetic, but in a good way. And, everyone there is immediately suspicious of our heroes, and also, coincidentally, suspiciously, everyone there appears to be an elf. And the minute they got there, got really, really, really kind of just irritated more than anything else. And when confronted, they kept being told that, this other guy's going to take care of you. Which doesn't really make anyone not nervous. So that guy who is supposed to take care of them, well, he showed up and is now talking to our heroes. And apparently this universe gets a lot of off-worlders, but Amy's still trying to suss out why there are only elves here, because that's weird to her. Oh god, do you know where elves come from?
Like originally, no.
So
I assume that there are probably a lot of elf worlds. I don't
there are
know.
a lot of worlds where elves live. There is one where they come from originally, a long time ago. We're talking before written history.
Okay.
All right. And it's not a great place there for elves, by the way, for the record. It sucks. There's a reason why y'all left. And some of my ancestors left. There's a really bad guy in charge of that world, and it's a singular world.
Gobbo.
No, Gobbo just works for him.
Oh, okay.
And Gobbo stole effectively the stone that's powering our vehicle here to travel. He stole it and was going to use it to lead those armies back to our world. And we stopped that, and we got it the heck out of his universe, right?
Right.
But that's why I'm surprised that you apparently have this many travelers and you've never had any of those people show up, because based on the mission reports that I've read, we work for a company that investigates weird stuff. It's not important. But based off of what he told under interrogation, what he told some of the people working for our company, they are actively trying to conquer other realities.
That's not good.
No, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the part of
that's why we're worried.
That's why we're kind of scared. And we cut off a route for them to get to our universe, but we're trying to get back to our universe, and partially to warn the people there that this stuff is coming.
Right.
But
Yeah. So we have never had anyone here, to my knowledge, who admits to being from this conquering world.
when they showed up in our world the first time, they came through with a small army.
A small army, yeah, okay. Most other worlders travel in small groups, like you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
There's the Halcyon incident. God, I worked for an intern for a long time, so I've read a lot of these reports in my spare time. This thing called the Ambassador.
Letting her take point on this one.
Yeah, well, because you worked for the company for like 5 minutes before we ended up doing this.
My work history doesn't involve as much cool stuff as you.
Well, I mean, it does now. It's just not this.
I mean, yeah. No, we should get back to explaining.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
So there are these things called there's been at least one, and I don't know if there are any others, but this thing called the Ambassador showed up.
Ambassador? No.
Yeah, no. Big dude in metal armor. And then like an army of goblins and orcs and elves.
I mean, we've had some big dudes in metal armor, but
trust me, I'm talking like we're like 12 feet tall.
Right? Yeah. No. Okay.
So regardless of your motivations, whether you're a good person or a bad person, I feel like this is information you're going to need to have, because these people strike me, these people, your citizenry, while they strike me as dicks, don't deserve to deal with whatever the hell happens when, if these guys show up.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, I live on a piece of land in which I allow other worlders like you to rest, to party, to fix up any technical problems they might have, to
I just kind of like when he said party, I kind of gave D a very odd look. Like, did this guy just like that's the weirdest thing I've heard somebody say. I need to communicate that Amy had a reaction to someone bringing that up as a selling point in this situation. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like you're really trying to sell us on this in ways that people usually don't.
What do you mean? People sell you on...
Well, I mean, you're trying to sell us on going with you, right? Like, I'm not wrong in that assessment.
Look, you don't have to, but nobody else here will deal with you.
Man,
you said 4 days, you'd be just on your own for 4 days.
I've literally had way worse experiences than that. Like,
camping.
Yeah,
be fun.
Play the steak knife game. You're one of these.
Do not understand the steak knife game.
I'm gonna get you to play the steak knife game.
This is not the time to mention the steak knife game.
What? The steak knife game?
I'm not gonna. He's not gonna play the steak knife. I'm not gonna play.
You're not gonna play the steak knife game.
No, I play the steak knife game.
You don't want to play the steak knife game.
I want to play the steak knife. I don't want to play the steak knife game.
You do though, D. Trust me.
I do not.
You, me, Liz, steak knife game.
Oh my god.
What if I told you you've done it before?
What? What?
What if I told you you've done it before?
What do you mean I've done it before?
I mean, you haven't, but I probably could have lied to you and convinced you that you had. And you
This is a weird thing to bring up around this guy.
Look,
I don't know.
There's other people there.
Liz, Liz, OP, please give us input.
Liz gets out of the truck. Listen, I don't know what to do. He says that there's people there, that it's a place to be. I don't know.
I mean, if it's a place where we could like hang out without being like judged 24/7, then why not like go to this guy's freaking commune? Come on.
Because I feel like this feels a lot like a 1980s dystopian novel. With a false utopia, and then all the outsiders go to the place where bad things happen. That's what it feels like.
That's
Bad
kind
things
of the
don't
vibe
happen.
That's the vibe.
Okay. Thing number 1. We can handle it when bad things happen. Do you remember the other like past like worlds we've been in where bad things have happened? We've handled it.
Obi's right on that one.
Number 2, we're only here for 4 freaking days.
What could happen in 4 days? It's easy to get, dead. In my experience.
Back to point number 1.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So...
We've actually got a dude willing to help us.
Yeah. All right. God, I wish I had taken coerce.
I don't even have bullshit yet.
God, I don't have any ability that's going to help me here.
I mean, otherwise, what's your plan? Go live in that big park for 4 days?
I mean,
I was willing to find a camping spot.
Dear
man.
listeners, it has been nearly an hour. Obi has been so bored of listening to these people.
Man, wish one of us had been a psychic. Like, we just re-archetyped people at home, and none of us took psychic. Really, really wish. Really wish I was a psychic right now.
I went with what I had been foreshadowing for D.
No, all the archetypes we went with made sense for the characters, but we just like do something, please.
Okay, fine. All right, what's your
I want to go to see this nice man's commune. He's nice.
Okay. How would you intend to move us there? Are you choosing the Gateway Ward?
I mean, I wasn't planning on it. It's with the truck and all.
All right, no, that's why I'm asking questions.
Yeah, no. I was thinking you just park on my little transport there.
Park on the disc.
God, if we weren't level 1 and I had more spell slots, more sweet move points.
You just pick it up. Okay,
well,
I'll go.
I mean, it's because technically I took Jimmy Joe's levitating circular platform. I could have put that under the truck and then flown, and the truck would have followed me. But I didn't take it. I mean, I took it, but like I've only got I can only cast so many spells per session, and I don't want to waste it just to show up somebody.
I'll go drive it onto the platform. Sure, whatever.
I've probably got 20 minutes left of flying. Make sure you get the center balance properly. Where are we going?
I'm an expert driver. It'll be fine.
Where are we going?
It's west of here.
All right, and this is just a plot of land, though, or is this an island, or is this a what?
It's just a plot of land. It's just west.
So
it's
why
a
couldn't
nice.
we just drive there?
is faster.
Okay.
I mean, we can, if you want to do that, we can.
No, I'm just looking at a situation that we seem to be overcomplicating. But I mean, like, if you want to do the flying disc thing, that's fine. That's fine.
You saw it took like 15 minutes just for my thing to get here. That's just going over a straight line.
I mean, this thing's got a 0 to 60 in under like 3 seconds.
I want to fly on the disc.
We can fly on the disc, Hope.
I want to get on the disc.
Let's get on the disc. Fine.
All right.
Talking through things.
Too much talking, not enough doing.
All right. Is everyone getting back in the
Yeah,
in the truck?
apparently. Yeah.
Okay.
I have an emergency plan if we need to.
Okay.
I can always cast Jimmy Joe's right under the truck between the disc and the truck.
All right. Okay, then. Zatratzi will go over to Obi's door and be like, "Hey, can I just get in with you? Like, you move over?"
Yeah, come on in.
Thank you
Obi
so
slides
much.
to the middle.
He he gets in. He takes out his transparent tablet phone thing.
What's that?
It's. I mean, they're phones.
Right. No, I get that it's a phone. Why would you make it transparent? Doesn't that make the contrast like 10 times harder to read?
No.
Than versus like a black background?
It's like futuristic-ish.
Yeah, it's futuristic, but like the UI design, that just seems really inefficient.
He just flashes the front at you, and you can see that, like, from that angle, it looks great.
I was holding my phone. I'm like, this is cheaper to build and works
Okay.
just as well.
I mean, we don't know what the materials are like here. Maybe it is cheap here.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems
Not really
over-engineered.
concerned.
It's dumb.
He just starts like tapping at that, and the disc raises up into the air and shoots off into the west.
Into the west. Sorry.
And
Annie
after,
Lennox starts playing.
Yeah, you're flying through the air. You can see that there's like you pass over a second village pretty soon, and after that, after about 15 minutes of flying, there's it comes to a stop, in what looks to be, I guess you would call it a farm-ish.
Are there guardhouses?
There are no guardhouses.
Detect spooky. Are there spooky guardhouses?
There are no spooky guardhouses. So there's like a house, and there's like a long like shed garage, and then there's like and then further back there's like a number of smaller houses, and you can hear like music playing.
What kind of
it's
music?
It's like music that you've heard. It's like classic rock.
So whatever I find out of my royalty-free music library. Okay,
Exactly.
got it.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'll pull up a To Slay Zombie Newton track.
And he'll get out and be like, yeah. So if you want, you can take your truck over to to the houses or leave it in the garage, whatever. It's up to you. I understand that you're not trusting. No, people aren't that trusting. I get it.
Well, especially when you land somewhere and everybody's a dick.
We used to have a lot of trouble with the Otherworlders.
Yeah, and so many red
They
flags.
come in here and they do heists or you try to get someone to pay them to do all sorts of things.
Wonder if corridor?
Huh.
NK talked about corridors.
So, is there a house available for us, or are we tenting it, or?
Yeah.
Like where are we staying?
I have.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying we
if you
need
want,
to, I'm just
there are a
saying-
couple of houses. A couple of the houses that are still available. Some are in use, but yeah. The two on the end there are still, they're empty. If you want those, whatever.
Woohoo!
Amy's just like so fucking weird, like uncomfortable. Like every
Yeah.
fiber of her is like, oh, this is a bad situation.
Liz is just like deeply confused. This is so weird.
And like, what does this like cost us? Like,
It's not how it works. We don't do that here.
okay. D looks confused but relieved.
Bobby has run to the houses, the empty houses, and is checking out the insides.
Okay, they are. They each have like 2 bedrooms and a kitchenette and a bathroom. Basically, they're very minimalist,
Mhm.
but like by the standards of this world. So they're still, pretty and have and like one. Their walls are covered in foliage and or the outside walls are covered in foliage and the roof is solar panels.
I'm looking for suspicious vents and drains and floors.
No.
Hey, I mean, I know that wasn't this campaign or these characters, but, the Stormwood team did run into H.H. Holmes, so I'm just like, the campaign 1 team, so I'm just like, immediately concerned. I've read the reports.
Like the other team ran to H.H. Holmes? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true. It's weird.
It sounds weird.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. So it's, I get scared of every hotel room I've ever been in since then.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Well, let's.
That place
Let's
we
take
stayed
a
in?
look.
We were living in DeKalb. I almost had every access panel off of every wall, just making sure.
See, this is why I like you, Amy. Sometimes you make me feel
I
less
knocked a
paranoid.
hole in the wall and then cast a spell to cover it up and heal it.
Jesus Christ.
But
you
I
make
can
me
do
less
that.
paranoid.
What?
Not better.
I thought
Not
it was
better.
a weird pipe. Turned out to just be a hot water pipe. All right. I got scalded and drenched, but I made sure we weren't going to die.
Just gonna look at like what the beds are like.
Okay, you two can have that house. Liz and I'll have this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
And Obi is going to, run up to Mr. Elf.
Hey, who else is here?
We got like half a dozen other people or something like that.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah, they should all be behind the houses. It's where people tend to congregate.
All right.
That's where the music is coming from.
Yeah, I was going to head towards the music.
I'm going to go follow Obi.
Okay, as will Liz.
Fine.
Yes.
Deep brings up the tail end.
So it's a have like half a dozen people having a barbecue. There's a guy, a human like man, like middle-aged, real John Hamm type, who's at the grill. He like points a pair of tongs at you. It's like, hey.
Eh.
What's
Hey,
cooking?
Hi.
We got mushrooms.
Yo.
I'm just like, I don't know how to like, the problem is I'm having a whole face journey as Amy that no one can see because this is an audio podcast.
There's people at a nearby picnic table. Like there's an elf with like a shaved head, and another human woman who are like talking to each other. And they look up and like wave at you.
Do I see any booze?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a cooler full of booze. There's like beers and various bottles of drinks that some of you might recognize, some you wouldn't.
I mean, I
weird
did just spend a
languages.
large amount of time working in a bar.
Yeah, but like this is clearly like a collection from other worlds. Yeah, so the human woman at the table like waves you over.
Okay.
Hey, my name's Obi. What's yours?
I'm Pell.
How old?
Hi, pal. Nice to meet you.
What does Pal look like?
A human woman, blonde,
Age?
like late 30s,
Okay.
early 40s, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, welcome. Great to have more people.
Yeah, we just got here.
Yeah, how are you guys liking it here? Is this place cool? Is this
It's
uncomfortable? And
oh, it's great.
really? Okay.
Well, yeah.
I don't know, this whole like this whole setup just brings some uncomfortable imagery from our universe to mind. That's all. Probably overthinking it. I should start over. Hi, I'm Dee.
Hey, is this your first like time gathering like this?
It's our first time being somewhere where people seem to actually want us around.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Fiona was fine with it.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So like, yeah, I've been here, about a month actually. I'm planning on leaving, maybe a couple days. Yeah.
Huh.
How are you traveling?
Yeah. What she said.
She points over to the other end of the line of cabins, and there's a pickup truck pulling a camper. Well, we came in there, and he's gonna stay here if he wants to, and I'm planning on leaving with Drozo. So,
Following thread? Is there a corridor? What's going on?
yeah. I mean, we were following a thread, and now I'll be traveling with Drozo on a different thread.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's weird that there are this many crossing threads in one universe at one time period.
Apparently, this world has a lot.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen other worlds like that. That they have a lot of traffic, but it's weird.
Have you ended up in the wilds at any point?
The wilds. What is? I don't think so. What is that?
Okay, no, just checking.
Okay.
You don't want to, because you're human entirely, I'm betting.
Right.
Yeah, they eat people there, so just look out.
Oh, I mean, people have tried to eat me.
Yeah, but it's like super organized against humans there.
Okay.
Like, it's real bad, and they also cross into other universes too, so that's why.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no.
Just curious, just checking.
Right.
Well, I'm mostly just worried about the likelihood of them showing up here. There are bad people out there.
Yeah, we run
certainly
into
are.
lots of them, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've run into those guys technically a couple of times now. I got locked in a room with Gobbo for like
Yeah,
a
I'm
full day. It's
sorry
not good.
about that.
And
I don't think I ever told you I was sorry about that. I'm sorry about that.
The elf with the shaved head, her head like snaps up and she's like, Gobbo? You know Gobbo?
Wait, you know
I
Gobbo?
fucking hate Gobbo.
Yeah, no.
We hate
Gobbo's-
him too.
Yeah, we hate him too.
Just want to be clear, we're talking about Montanalto, Grishnayataka, Volantioso,
Yeah,
Groban
yeah.
Gobbo? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude fucking sucks.
yeah. He's a
Okay,
general
okay.
in the army of...
What was your interaction with him?
He tried to like he tried to eat my girlfriend.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I
I mean, he didn't.
I mean,
We're not together
good.
anymore. But I'm glad he didn't eat her.
But those are unrelated things, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yay, we could be part of the Hate Gobbo Club. My name's Obi. What's yours?
I'm Rugosa.
Hi, Rugosa.
I'm Amy,
Hi.
I'm D. Just D.
and that's Liz over there.
Hey. Pell, the human, is like motions to the man at the grill. And he's like, and that's Fargo. And he waves.
You said he looked like John Hamm, but now all I'm picturing is Connor. That's a reference that none of our listeners are going to get, and that's fine, and we're just going to roll past it. So what got you traveling to start with?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, the woman. Yeah.
Okay.
I was kind of leaving it as like a general open thing, actually, but like,
Okay. Pell says, "Well, I mean, I met Fargo, and we hit it off, and I went off with him. That was what 40 years ago ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Your boyfriend?
I mean, he was. Yeah.
Mostly we just want to get home so this kid doesn't have to stay a 10-year-old.
I get it. I don't know what I would do.
We've been traveling only for for just about a year at this point, a little under.
Okay.
So it hasn't been too bad so far.
Yeah.
But
right.
I'd like to get the kid home to hit puberty.
There's the sound of a door closing, and coming out from one of the back of one of the cabins is an ape with a void for a face.
Oh God.
It walks toward the assembled people.
Is that a fucking Melby?
That's Drozo.
Okay.
So it's a different. Okay, it's a different person.
Okay, thank God.
Good. Thank God. We've run into a person of his species before.
Yeah. His name is Melby, and he was my friend.
He was sure an experience.
He was something that we ran into.
It was fine.
Melby.
Drozo comes over and is like, "Hey, new people!
Hey, my name's Obi.
I'm Drozo."
Nice to meet you.
I'm Amy. This is Dee, and this is Liz.
Liz, yeah.
Hi there.
So, what brings you here?
Oh,
We're stuck here.
we're just. It's our thing takes a few days to charge sometimes. So
Oh,
we're just
okay.
stopping here
I've seen
briefly.
that.
Yeah. Fucking Gobbo.
Yeah.
Did
you
I
guys
mention
know
that the whole
Gobbo?
reason why we're on this stupid thing is because Gobbo stole a magical object that we had to recover?
Rigos is just like, fucking Gobbo.
Right?
Right? I'm
So
coming
what's
around on these people.
Okay, so everyone, what's the weirdest place you've been?
Oh, I mean, the robot vampires, they were super weird. Nice,
Robot
though.
vampires?
Really nice.
How does that... Were they... Okay, so this is the question. Were they robots that vampirically drank from other robots, or were they emulations of, like, regular vampires?
Robots that
happened to
drank
be
from
robots?
robots.
Weird.
Yes.
Wow, it's like... I feel like there's a Yoko Taro video game about this.
I don't think we've been in anywhere that's all that weird. I mean, we were in the place that was like a 1980s kids cartoon.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it did feel like we were like in an advertisement for action figures.
Yeah.
It was all, like the whole world was like cell shaded and weird.
But like, there was like underwater zombie apocalypse thing, but that really wasn't too weird. It was, I mean, like the only thing that made it not like, it was just happened to be in underwater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't have been anything too, like, random zombie monster thing. That's just, Tuesday, Back home.
Yeah, most of our worlds have been like really similar.
I mean, yeah.
Either like my you got something stuck in my throat. Either like just almost the ones we came from, or like a weird, like medieval. We've been to weird medieval ones a couple times.
Met a nice dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was the cool dragon. I mean, we ran into saved,
But nothing
saved
like-
a dragon.
Nothing all that like interesting. You know what I mean? Like nothing too weird. Like we haven't been any places that, you know, really now that I think about it, nowhere we've been is all that strange, you know? Like, you know, other than the cartoon one, everything else has been like, oh, maybe the time period was different or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, have
But-
any of you guys been to a weird cartoon or anything like that?
No, I went to the dinosaur world with the Dyson rings.
Well, boy, this is a
haven't seen anything
TV
like that.
series. I'd be feeling like we're kind of lampshading the fact that we wouldn't have a big enough budget to show these things.
What are you talking about? Of course we would show these things. They would just look terrible. Or they'd be right off camera and we'd describe them. Jeez,
No,
Celeste.
we'd come through a portal and be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that dinosaur world with the Dyson rings that we were just on."
God, I can't believe we had to deal with all those
Now it's-
robot vampire
it's now
dinosaurs.
The 1960s.
We were in that weird world again where the British won the Revolutionary War with giant robots.
That's literally Code Geass. Anyway,
Sliders.
Slider. Anyways, yeah, no, I think we've had I mean, and it doesn't help that we spent like a good 6 months in one world.
6 months.
Yeah, there was a big magical incident in that world, so the ambient magical levels were so low that it took that long to recharge our stuff.
Oh, that's rough.
It sucks. Well, it sucks
was.
when the thing that you're using to drive is partially broken.
yeah, that part sucked too.
That's Gobbo's fault. That is completely Gobbo's fault. Fuck Gobbo. I mean,
Yeah,
not
fuck
literally. He like went off about his wife at one point. Anyways. Have you guys run into a Quick Smoke Tavern?
Not here.
Legitimate question.
Right, no, but like in other worlds?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they're oddly consistent, right?
It's weird.
Yeah.
I like the Ren Fair vibes that some of them, that the medieval ones have, though. Like, I kind of dig it.
Have you, like, anybody figured out what Fiona's deal is?
Other than being hot, no.
Really? Okay. I mean, okay.
Now, this is probably the most important question. I grab a random bottle of booze from the stack without looking at it. I put it down on the table. I pull out a switchblade from my boot. Have any of you ever played the steak knife game?
Every day with the freaking steak knife game.
And I dramatically pop out the blade at that exact second.
That sounds amazing. What is that?
Steak knife game. All right.
Oh my god. You don't want to play the steak knife game.
Any of you magic users?
So, Fargo, Hell, Fargo, Drozo, and Rugosa all raise their hands.
All right. And you good at healing magic?
Yeah,
Half decent at it, at least?
yeah, sure.
This is a steak knife game.
Dee's
You
jaw
take
is
the
just
knife.
dropping in horror.
You take the knife. All right, it's you stab it through your hand. I stab the knife through my hand.
Holy shit.
And then you leave it in for as long as you can. And you see how much you can drink. I start chugging the bottle.
Yeah, it's Zima Extrema.
Oh boy.
Which is a more powerful form of Zima.
I go as far as I can before I have to put the bottle down. And I pull the knife out And I cast heal on my hand.
Damn. Rugosa is impressed and would like a go.
I slide the blade over to her and the bottle.
Yeah, she
continues to be horrified.
Do you want to come play Mario Kart with me?
I would love to do anything but what I am currently doing. So yes, I do.
Yeah, Rugosa stabbed herself in the hand.
Rules are simple. If you can heal yourself, you got to heal yourself. If you can't heal yourself, you got to tell people before you stab yourself.
Yeah, she pulls the knife out of her hand, and it just sort of heals as she pulls it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to keep playing the steak knife game.
And there's a clatter from behind you as another door opens, and 3 goblins come out of one of the cabins, and one of them dressed in like a black t-shirt and jeans is like, holy shit, Amy?
I turn around.
It's Babbitt.
Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game, so an actual play game like this one, but like, you know, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows 2 people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters, and you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.